Welcome back to Dubai for the 2019 IPF World Open Powerlifting Championships. And the sun has come out, the rain's gone away, and we are getting ready to kick off the 84 kilo women this morning. And the action is going to heat up. And of course, we start with the squat. And there's a number of areas things can go wrong for you in the squat. There's a lot more technicality than just being able to move the weight. And we're going to run you through a few of those rules and a few of the coloured cards that you might see on the referee's lights, so that if you're new to powerlifting, you get a bit more of an understanding of just where things can go wrong for you. And of course, the squat, you have to unload that bar and you have to walk it out. On some occasions, that's probably the toughest part. And once you're in the set position, you will get a start command. If you beat the start command, you get a yellow card. Then you've got to actually reach depth. So the hip crease has to be below the top of the thigh. That will be a red card. And of course, the bar has to move in an upward direction. It can come to a stop, but it cannot dip back down. That will be a yellow card. And of course, you have to finish in that lock position with your knees locked, and then you have to stand and wait for the rack command as well. So there's a lot of focus, a lot of listening, and a lot of things for an athlete to think about. And I am joined this morning by none other than Ralph Farquharson, all the way from the EPF. We'll be taking you through the action. It has been one incredible week.
Indeed, Joss.
And last night we had the 105s. That was probably one of the most dramatic sessions we've had.
At the word, everything happened.
And and what it showed was, it doesn't matter how much experience you've got. Yeah. Things go wrong. It doesn't always work the way you want.
It's powerlifting.
We saw, the 4 lifters unable to total. 2 of those lifters, or 3 of those lifters, were at the top in the mix for the medals.
It was favourite to tackle.
And it opened the door for so many others to come through. And that's just it. I mean, I talk to athletes sometimes and they're, I'm not really going to compete until my numbers are competitive. It just goes to show you can qualify 6th, 7th, 8th, doesn't matter, on the day in a competition. Doesn't matter how well you can put it together in the gym. You've got to be able to put it together.
I mean, a lifter can have a bad night, not enough sleep, not enough...
there's travel to take into account.
Everything can go wrong.
Diet.
It's a human body, and it can go wrong.
So get in, compete, get to your local clubs, get to your local federations, find out what's going on, and get yourself up on the platform. And you never know, you might find yourself at a World Championships before too long.
Yeah.
And trying to kick it out for a World Championship medal. So we'll have Florence Ho from Hong Kong will be our first lifter at 120 kilos. I still think this is the hardest lift, being the first lifter of the first session at the start of the day.
Yeah.
You sort of set the tone for the other lifters as well.
That's correct.
Yeah, you hit a good lift here, and the other lifters
it's a knock-on effect.
They lift a little bit and feel a bit better.
But she's 40 years old. She's been competing for 2 years. So she must have started quite late as a
So you can start, and that's a great thing about powerlifting, isn't it?
On the world platform.
Nice little bounce into the bottom there. Great technique.
Her job is a lifter.
Great job to have.
I like that job.
If you have a look at her technique here, I don't know about you as a lifter or coach, but this is how I teach. That little drop into the bottom, get the bounce.
Yes, just to use the reps, and get your reps tight. And
even in raw lifting, that gives the stretch shortening cycle a chance to actually activate and give you that bounce back up.
That drive from the bottom. Yeah, I agree totally.
Christy Savetta, Great Britain, 200 kilos.
Yeah, 27 years old.
And we'll have 2 flights in the 84s. So we'll go straight into the second flight after these ladies have got all their 3 lifts, 3 squats.
Yeah, Christine will be competing sometime. I think she's coached by Aaron Singh.
And the current world record, 273 and a half.
273 and a half, yeah.
Monstrous. And we might just give that a nudge today. We'll have to wait and see. Squeezes down through the wraps.
Drive through the wraps, yeah.
And the weight certainly is no issue there. She gets 1 red for depth there, but 2 whites is all you need.
210 kilos next weight on the bar for the Icelandic lifter. Fredrickson and von Gleichen
That
to
wide
follow.
stance. 210 goes on now for Holder Wag from Iceland.
210 kilos. Hildevoga, Iceland.
34 years old, 8 years in competition. Again, her job is a power lifter.
Wouldn't it be a fantastic situation to be able to list your job as a powerlifter?
I'm going to work tomorrow. I'm a power lifter. That's good.
I cannot think of a better office to be in.
Now,
And she really had to work down through the bottom.
I'm not quite sure.
Not a whole lot of speed out of the bottom there. Perhaps maybe a fraction deeper might give her the power out of the bottom. Lisa Fredrickson from Denmark, 210 kilograms.
She's 37 years old, 15 years in competition. Teacher assistant job.
Yeah, plenty of experience, no stranger.
Yeah.
Competed at the World Classic Championships in 2018. Competed at the European Championships this year. So no stranger to the lights. Depth looks good. Good speed there.
Absolutely. A lot more there.
3 white lights. Valerie von Gleichen will be our next lifter from Germany, 212.5. I think this is a personal best, I think.
Yes, it is. Our personal best is 212, 210.
I always get that little bit nervous when they're opening on a personal best.
Absolutely. But she's in good hands. She's coached by Dietmar Wolf.
Yeah, I don't imagine Dietmar would be
no, he wouldn't.
letting her
Guarantee.
put on a personal best if it wasn't in the bag.
If he hasn't done it in the program, or schedule in the program, he will not be taking it.
So her 210 personal best she did at Western European Championships this year in September.
Yeah, that was in Italy. I was there, yeah.
And
good
it wasn't that
chance,
long ago, so
No.
it could have actually been a soft personal best
Could have been.
leading into Worlds.
Oh, that is so
look at that.
comfortable.
No problems there. She gets 2 white lights and it's on the board.
No, that was so easy.
Yeah, good control on the way down. She's sitting back, chest is up, head's up all the way. That body position didn't shift throughout the entire lift.
Yeah, Jane coming out next.
Jane Arberg, Denmark.
She did a coach license about 2 years ago.
The IPF coaching license?
Yeah, she came from
Fantastic.
She coaches the Danish team, I think, when we was there last year, the year before. Did a great job. She's a great lifter. Big deadlifter as well.
Well, she hit a 215 last year at the World Championships. And she did another 215 at the European Championships in April in Pilsen. So 217 and a half. I imagine is not going to give her too much trouble.
Have to work for it.
It's a little bit harder than you'd want it to be for an opening lift. She gets it on the board though with 2 white lights. Probably a little bit tougher than she'd like it to be for an opener.
Yeah.
You don't want to be burning all your energy in that first couple of lifts. You've got a long day lifting ahead of you. Yeah, just the hips shifted up a bit fast. But she corrected it well. Joanna Hubenthal from Germany, 220.
Silla Junior, last year, 23.
And the junior record is 220.
220. Oh, so this?
Oh, sorry, that's the sub-junior record.
Sub-junior, okay.
Junior record is 260.
Yes, correct. Oh, again, fast at the bottom.
Has no problems with the
Shouldn't
weight.
Be. Shouldn't be.
Good lift.
He's got one red, but shouldn't the boot. Too white.
225 next weight on the bar. Daria Rusanenko, Ukraine.
So right now, Daria Rusanenko for the World Sub-Junior record, 18 years of age, competing here at the World Open Championships.
Yeah.
And now looking to open on a World Sub-Junior record.
The record stand at 220
220
kilos, that's correct. So she's right away adding 5 kilos to the sub-junior record. 18 years old.
Well,
Very close grip.
she squatted 240 before.
Right, so this should be comfortable.
Well, that looked pretty comfortable.
Very much so. If I can remember seeing her last year, I'm sure she was out this year.
Yeah, she competed at the World Juniors and Sub-Juniors.
Yeah.
So she gets that one on the board and gets herself a world record to open with. And that world record seriously looked like a warm-up. So Florence Ho now for a second attempt. And keeping an eye on what Rusanenko puts in for a second.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure she has the junior record as well.
She's gone 242 and a half, so
242 and a half.
Yep.
Handles 130 very, very well.
We want lights and a good lift for Florence at 130 kilos. 210 kilos, next weight on the bars. Christy Sinetta, Great Britain. Hulda Volga and Lisa Fredrickson.
So Christy Savetta now from Great Britain, 210.
yeah, she opened with 200. That was comfortable. Added that 10 kilo. And this is a personal best, because the personal best, as per her profile, is 207.5.
Nice little couple of kilos for a second lift.
That looks good.
It looks like a solid
Yep.
lift.
No, she got 2 reds.
Not deep enough.
No, I thought this was better than the first. So look at it.
210 remains on the bar for Volga of Iceland.
Yeah, just a little bit shy
It's
there.
on the border, innit? When it's on the border, you're asking referee to go one way or the other.
Yep.
Now she missed this, and her opener wasn't deep enough.
Yeah, just putting a little bit of
Yeah.
pressure on herself
Yeah.
there. It's going to be very
Again,
close
gonna be tight again, yes.
No
Yeah.
lift, 3 red lights. She's put herself under all sorts of pressure.
Next weight on the bar is 220.
Lisa Fredrickson from Denmark will look at 220.
We talk about this all week, Gary. You know, lifters need to get at least the opener.
It's so
It's
important.
so crucial. You
to
got
put
3
that-
attempts.
That's right, you've got 3 attempts. Doesn't matter if you start a little bit low.
Yep.
You can take another jump and add on to
You
it.
know, in the training program, your second attempt is roughly what you're looking for, you know,
Yeah.
with a third a personal best.
That's right.
something like
And
that,
we
yeah.
saw
Yeah.
4 lifters last night in
Yes.
the 105s.
Could have gotten home with the title at the podium, and all started. Well, we not say they started too heavy, just didn't get one in.
You've got to get them on the board. So Lisa Fredrickson, 220 kilos, right on her personal
210
best.
was a beauty. So let's see what she does with this one.
Moves fast.
Yeah, speed was. She come too soon. She was called up by the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suspect this.
Not deep
I
enough
thought she
again.
called up too fast by the coach. Again, we discussed this. I am not too keen on this coach calling lifter up.
Yeah,
A
look,
lifter should know where she,
and
her
on
depth
the
is.
other side of that too is, if you're waiting for your coach to tell you when, you have a delay from when you hit to when you lift, so you really miss that bounce and that explosion.
It's something you should done in training. We discussed it on the coach seminar, and Dietmar had said sometimes the coach don't meet a lifter until they come to international.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
yeah, so it's difficult.
Jane Arberg from Denmark, 222.5 for a big personal best.
Her opener was tight, wasn't it? A little bit.
Yeah,
a
she
bit more
opened
speed.
on a personal best.
Yeah.
It was tough, a lot tougher than she probably wanted it to be. Perhaps the extra weight might create some more momentum at the bottom.
She's working it again.
Wow.
She's fighting it.
Talk about strong.
Oh, strong back. Very powerful
Very,
back.
very
Yeah.
strong.
Yes.
She gets it on the board. She's pretty excited about that one.
222.5 remains to the bar for Valerie von Gleichen, Germany. Hubenthal and Rusinenko
She
get
is
ready.
very, very strong. She doesn't come out super fast.
But to use the back to drive it through.
Valerie
Yeah.
von Gleichen from Germany now, 222.5.
Yeah, 212.5 was comfortable. She's a student, 27 years old. The coach is paying really close attention. Calling her down.
Depth looks good.
Yeah, speed from the bottom was good.
And that upper body position does not change through a whole lift.
Absolutely.
Her
Hold it
head is
still.
up, her chest is up. It doesn't shift through the whole lift, and it keeps that bar in line, that bar path that you want. Joanna Hubenthal from Germany,
Yeah, she opened
227.5.
a very powerful opener with 220.
Yeah, just shy of her personal best. Now she'll surpass the personal best.
She's also still a junior. Last year in a junior. This is a new personal best for her. Her personal best is 222.5.
And there's the man you were just
There's
talking
the
about,
man, yes.
Dietmar Wolf.
Great coach.
Very smooth, and again, that upper body just stays in position. It's something I teach in coaching all the time, is to keep that chest up, keep that head up, and it keeps your torso up, stops you from folding over.
Daria Rusinenko, Ukraine. This one
And
extended
yeah,
her previously
that's
set
good.
world
Absolute
sub-junior
textbook.
record.
So we have another
Yeah.
world sub-junior record. Daria Rusinenko from the Ukraine. She hit a 240 this year at the World Juniors in Regina, Canada, only a couple of months ago in August.
Yeah, I mean, 225 or up now. It's like a training weight. So
18 years of age, sub-junior,
what's she gonna finish up with no injury?
and already here in the Opens. Opens on a world record, made it look like a warm-up. Not a bad way to start your day.
Nope.
A little bit tougher on that
Tougher
one. That one
going
slowed her
down.
down just a
Yeah.
little bit.
No,
And not
I thought
quite
he was
deep
fighting
enough.
it down.
Not quite deep enough. I think now she knows that she's comfortable under that weight. She'll drop the next one a little bit lower.
Yep.
She'll have no problems. We're moving to round 3 with Florence Ho from Hong Kong, 137.5.
Yeah, she opened with 120, then went 130, and now she's taking 7.5 kilo to finish with 137.5.
So incidentally, the world junior record is 260, which is
Yeah.
also belongs to the Ukraine.
Okay.
Alina Kozlova.
Bars loaded, 137.5 kilos. Florence Ho.
And that record's been around for quite a while, actually. I think when Rusinenko gets into the juniors, she might be chasing that one as well.
For sure. That's a certainty.
Florence Ho, 137.5. Having a fantastic morning thus far. Great walkout. Just that 2 steps. 1, 2, and set your foot.
Yeah, that's all you need. Save energy.
Nice little dip at the bottom. Torso's up.
That looks good.
3 white lights. I don't think she's had a red light yet.
No,
Fantastic.
all white. And she got good technique. She got so about near to the bottom and then drop
she
and
has
then drive
very
out.
good technique. The torso
Yep,
stays up,
there you
dips
go.
into the bottom, doesn't let it fold her over. She keeps that head up and that chest up.
Very good technique.
Christy Sabetta, 210 kilograms.
She missed this on the second.
A couple of kilos on her personal best. Just didn't quite get deep enough on her second. She certainly didn't have a problem with the weight.
No, I don't think it's a weight problem. She just needs to go a bit deeper. Aaron Singh is paying attention. And then a good coach as well. A lot of work in Great Britain for many, many years. Manager.
Gets another one on the board. She sorted that problem out. Yeah, that's that extra depth there.
Yes.
Almost shifted her forward a bit too much, but she managed it quite well. Hola Wag, Iceland, 215. Got herself into a little bit of trouble here.
She's under pressure.
So they've added 5 kilos to maybe try and get that extra
close.
depth.
She needs to get it down.
So I think hoping the 5 kilos might force her down a little bit further.
Got the strength.
Yeah, 215 is well under her personal best as well.
It's better. No, she's gone a little
just
bit
couldn't get
deeper
the power
and
at the
hasn't got
time.
the power.
And unfortunately, no lift, and that's very, very disappointing.
It's a training problem. She's been training
Yeah,
high.
look, it could be a training problem. You know, it could also be just a travel thing and just, you know, nerves
It's
or
so
everything's just
disappointing.
gone your way.
You know, she got all the strength and
Yeah, it should be really disappointing. I
Yeah,
mean,
come
now
here.
I suppose the key is go at the back, dust it off, put it behind you,
oh yeah,
see
move
what
on.
you can do on the bench.
Move on.
Not an easy thing to do, though. It's
No.
very easy to sit here and say go at the back, dust it off, and move on. But
Her
you've
brain is
but
still
you've
thinking
just-
about squats.
Yeah, you've just missed all 3 squats at the World
Yeah.
Championships.
Absolutely.
Lisa Fredriksson from Denmark, 220.
Again, she missed this in a second.
She hasn't given herself a whole lot of time to set up either. Yeah, she opened equal to her personal best. 210 she did
Yeah.
this year at the Europeans. Depth looks better,
No.
but you could see at the bottom there she hesitated.
Hesitated, yeah. And didn't get that drive.
Yeah, and once you hesitate,
You have to get that explosion from
you
the bottom.
need, I mean, it's momentary. You've got to grab it and chase it up.
Yeah, because it just sits there and
Yeah.
there's no drive.
Disappointing for her, but she got one on the board.
Yeah, she's on the board.
Jane Arberg, Denmark,
225 kilos.
Yeah.
225
I mean,
kilos.
all her 2 squats been hard, but she just keep fighting. And I think it's a lot of the back because she got so strong back
Yeah,
muscle.
she is a very
just drive it up.
strong lifter.
Yeah.
Puts in a big fight. Got 45 seconds left on the clock.
Is she
Wait and
coming
see
out?
if she's coming out.
40 seconds.
Is she going to save herself for the bench press? Can't see her.
You're not seeing a whole lot of movement.
30 seconds.
Nah.
225, is it
don't
Jane?
look
I
like
can
it.
see in the background there.
No. I think she'll be out by now.
Yeah.
Pretty sure she would.
There's only 20 seconds left on the clock. She's not coming out.
Yeah, she decided to cut
Well,
it today.
you know what?
She's on going up 2.5 kilo anyway. Is it?
I think
Yeah.
that was actually probably a good decision. She put in a lot of work for squat 1 and squat 2.
Yeah.
The third one, she might get it. It's only going to give her 2.5
2.5
kilos,
kilo.
and how much energy is it going to take out of her for the bench and the deadlift?
Exactly.
So it's probably not a bad tactical move, that one. So we get a 227.5 for Valerie von Gleichen from Germany. This will be a big personal best as well, 227.5. She opened above her personal best, smoked it, and hit the 222.5. And her technique is absolutely spot on the money, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, need to lock it up. Oh, yes.
Oh, looks good. Looks very good. Depth was brilliant.
Absolutely.
Her technique did not falter in all 3 lifts. You have a look
From
at this.
descent to ascent.
Looks
Absolutely
exactly the same as
Look at
every
that.
other lift. Head in the
Drive.
same position.
Beautiful squat.
Great work.
If you're looking at technique in the squat, that's one to look at, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely have a look at that video again. Joanna Hubenthal from Germany now, 232.5.
She did well as well on a second, 227.5.
And see, technique is pretty much the same. And the German team drilling this
The
technique.
first thing you learn is technique. Technique, technique. The weight come later. Again.
And
Nice.
handles that extra weight with no issues at all.
Yeah, got one red, but I think that was a good squat.
2 whites is all you need.
These loads are for the last leg in round 3.
So now we look at 250. Daria Rusinenko,
This, if successful, will be
She missed 242.5. Yeah, we
Ukraine.
think she didn't look comfortable, did she? She was struggling to go down.
I think she just struggled to get down to the bottom.
Yeah. So she put another 7.5 kilo on it.
Yeah, I think for her, she's fired up a little bit now. She wasn't firing up for the other ones.
18 years old.
World
attempting
sub-junior record, 250.
250.
We're only 23.5 kilos away from the world open record. She's 18 years of age.
Yeah. Looks more steady. Yeah, looks more set up. Big breath.
Speed was good.
She got it up. Did she deep it up? Didn't look it to me.
There's no problem shifting the weight. Not deep enough again.
Didn't look quite deep. But
Shifting
what a
the weight.
future.
Oh, a huge future. We got a sub-junior athlete in the World Championships, breaking world records. The Ukrainian coaches are running to have a bit of a chat to the jury.
From here,
Don't think
I
he's
know
gonna
we
get any
had a
joy.
difficult angle, but it didn't look quite deep enough to me.
Yeah, no joy for the jury,
No,
but
I
he
didn't
had to
thought it
ask.
would be. Of course.
So we move straight into the second flight now. Frida Wick from Sweden, 205.
bar is loaded. 205 kilos, Frida Wick, Sweden.
You know, she goes away with a world record, though. She's here at the
Did all.
Open
A
World
platform.
Championships as a sub-junior. If you are an open
She still
84
got the
lifter.
juniors to come, and then before you go into the seniors.
Yeah, look, if you're an
So by the
open
time,
or 84 junior or 84 junior lifter, you're looking at that going, oh well, maybe I should change weight classes.
yeah, quick.
Frida Wick, 205.
28 years old. Student. That looks comfortable.
Plenty of speed, plenty of power. Not
No,
deep enough
referee
though.
says not deep enough.
Not deep enough.
Yeah, good call. I don't think it was.
And she has the strength for it as well. Iris Kentanius.
Yeah, two sisters. They're both powerful deadlifters. Nice ladies as
205.
well. Very nice ladies. Yeah. They could well be lifting next week in Cairns in the European Classic. They lift in both. Plenty of drive.
Yeah, it looks like a good squat.
Yeah,
It
it is.
is. So we've got the Europeans in Lithuania
Yeah,
Next-
literally
next
back to
week?
back. Yeah.
next week.
Yeah, I go home to Spain, and then one day later, I'm off to Lithuania.
Well, you're only about 2 hours drive from my home. You could
Yeah.
you could
Pop in for a
stop in,
coffee.
have a coffee on the way.
Yeah, it's a big event as well. I think it's 495 competitors.
That's a big session. Anki Timmers,
Yeah.
220.
Yes, she's certainly come alive over the last couple of 2 years. She just won the European this year, I think.
Just getting better and
Oh, she
better.
has. She's always been a good lifter, but she certainly has.
Yeah, picked up the gold medal, the Western European Championships.
Yes, I think she won the European as well, did she?
She picked up a bronze in the European Classic bench. She picked up 4th in the World bench. Picked up 6th in the Classic bench. Picked up gold in the European. She has an extremely busy year.
Oh, yes.
And
what
it
an
hasn't
easy
worn her
opener.
out at all.
Not so far.
If you look at how many internationals and Europeans she's done this year,
And I'm pretty sure she's lifting in the Cairns next week. I'm
yeah,
sure.
so she hit April, May for the bench, August and September. She's had a very busy schedule. That is an impressive load for an
So
athlete.
it is.
So Anna Sjoli Hanga from Norway now, 240.
Yeah. This is just 10 kilo below her personal best. 27 years old, 4 years in competition.
240 kilos, not even a personal best.
We need to talk to her afterwards.
Physical therapist.
Yeah. Try and sort me out.
I don't think anyone can sort you out, Ralph. Well, those hips came up a little bit too fast there, but she handled it well. Let's see, 3 white lights. You can see as she hit the bottom, she powered up and the chest has dipped a little, but she managed it well.
If you look at the loop on the suit, I'm not sure if that's legal. But it must have been passed. We had that problem yesterday with the lifter.
I
was
think
stuck.
what's happened with hers is they were tucked in
Yeah.
when she
But it's
came
supposed
out.
to be, they come out. Okay.
Monet Bland, USA,
Yes.
240 kilograms.
Big opener.
Absolutely huge, and it's not even our biggest lift.
The personal best is 262 and a half. So this should be a nice, comfortable opener for her.
Yeah, this is a really smart opening lift, well under her personal best.
Just get one on the board. Just get rid of that nerves. Get one on the board. Give you confidence.
Got to get rid of those first lift nerves. Got to get it on the board, and there's a bit
I
of a
can
rack
never
problem.
understand, why lifters come out and really put themselves under so much pressure by opening close to their personal best.
So the racks are in the wrong position there. They just had them fixed. So the guys up there doing such an amazing job, spotters
Yeah.
and loaders. They have a screen there that tells them rack positions, rack heights, and the weights. So they load to what's on that screen.
And I'm so impressed with the
Mate.
Leica racks. Really are.
Yeah, you went up and had a look this morning.
This morning. Here she goes.
It looks
Strong
pretty
enough?
solid.
Was
She
it-
looks confident.
Was it deep enough?
It
Yes,
certainly
it was.
was.
She's on the board.
You know, I say this in a number of competitions. You know, the US lifters, the US coaching team
Yeah.
are very good at
Drilled.
picking lifts.
Yeah.
You
Really.
know, you rarely see blatant errors or big mistakes in lift selection with the US team. They are very, very good at it.
True.
Heidi
Yeah, Heidi.
Arneson, Norway,
Again, she's been around
245.
for years.
She's been around
Literally.
a long time, working very hard.
She's
20
49
years
years old.
experience.
Yeah. Matt, coached by a teammate, Marty, who lifted well yesterday. Big
Yeah.
world record.
She
The
had a
deadlift.
very good day yesterday.
Yeah. That looks
Depth
good.
is really good from here.
Smile.
She looks happy. Coach looks happy.
Yes.
And she gets 3 white lights.
247.5 kilos next weight on the bar. Sonali Geet, India.
Sonali Geet India, 247.5.
Bars loaded. 247.5 kilos. Sonali Geet, India.
Indian lifter had a good day yesterday as well.
They did. They got fairly big team here, and certainly standard is quite
Yeah, the team's getting
impressive.
bigger and their standards
Yeah.
are getting bigger as well. $247.5. Just take your time to get focused. A little bit awkward on the walkout there. The way she steps out, I'd probably change to racks in. Good little bounce.
Liquid drop at the bottom.
That should be okay. I would consider as a coach, I'd probably think about moving her racks to racks
Yeah,
in.
just
She
give her.
Yeah, she has that sort of
Agree.
wide step
agree.
out, and it's not the first time clipping the rack.
I mean, you can put your balance as
Yeah,
well.
I mean, it certainly hasn't affected her yet, but there's going to come a time that it does. But right now, Rhea Stinn from Canada looking for 250.
What an opener. I can tell you her personal best is 235. Is that correct? Is it maybe that updated?
I'm sure I've seen her
Because there's a
lift more than that.
huge personal best for her opener if it is.
Right under it. Good.
She's a great lifter.
Big air tight, aggressive. Die.
No, that looks comfortable.
That looked fantastic. Well, she lifted a 257 last year at the World Open Powerlifting
Yeah, so again,
Championship.
it's not
just
been
hasn't-
updated.
Just hasn't updated properly.
I think that's something we need to work on. We need to really have it automatically updated once a lifter did a personal best. That should be updated for the next competition. We'll have a chat with Sasha.
Well, yeah,
man.
we'll pop down there later and and have a chat with
Well,
him.
I'm rooming with him,
You
so
can- you can have a chat
have
with
a
him.
chat with him tonight, if he'll talk to me.
Natalie Hansen, USA, 250
Yeah,
kilograms.
she's also opening at, yeah. Now she's got a personal best of 273, so that's realistic. Opening 23 kilo below her personal best.
So I believe the 273 was the world record.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's been increased by 0.5, so
yeah,
you're
and
right,
she
you're right.
increased that herself
Right.
in Pilsen in 2017, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I think this is under threat
Well,
today.
I think she might be looking at increasing it again.
I think it's going to be
So
under
she
threat.
added the 0.5 in Pilsen in 2017. It'd be interesting
Look
to
at
see
the
how much she
thighs.
wants to
Look
add
at the
today.
thighs. I mean, you can see why she's a powerful squatter.
Look
Bang.
at the technique. Depth was great. Never faltered from that position at all.
Just power through.
So Frida Wick now from Sweden, 210. She missed 205 on her opener.
She's gone up 5.
Just using
I
the
can't-
extra
I
weight.
think, yeah. It was a bit slow, if I can remember, at the bottom. But obviously got the strength. Her PB is 215.
Yeah, look, it's always a tough call
It's
as
a
a
tough
coach
call.
to do that. I mean, obviously in Raw, it's something we try not to do. It's very, I think I've done it twice in my entire career as a coach, and I got lucky. And I still say I got lucky that they got the lift.
So it's not recommended.
Yeah, but in equipped lifting, it's a lot more common.
Yeah, because you can make adjustment to suit and so forth. You can imagine. Looks deeper.
Yeah, that looked deeper.
That looks good.
And she has no problem with the extra weight. And no joy.
Referee says not deep enough.
And I thought the coach might come and have a look at the jury. He's had a bit of a
I would.
wander out there.
From here, it don't look too.
And he didn't even make it past the bench before they said no.
Yeah, no bother.
Iris Kensenius, Netherlands. 212.5.
And
Did a great opening lift at 205.
with 205, 7.5 kilo increase. Her personal best is 222.5, so shouldn't be a problem.
It took a while to get the squat command.
She's struggling to get it down.
And she found the bottom of it.
Tight.
Well, out of all the squats I've seen her do, that was probably the messiest.
Yes, she got
And she gets the two red lights.
blue with it,
She'll
which
be the
means
bar dipping.
she didn't lock
Yeah, it's a
tight
bit
at the
hard
end.
to see there.
Let's look at the end product.
Not quite sure.
Is the knee locked? Nah, the knee was still loose, I think. Could well be the reason.
It's just a
But
bit
it
of-
wasn't good. It was
Yeah, it was
messy.
just a bit of an awkward squat
Yeah.
for her. I mean, she's usually a very, very neat squatter.
Yeah,
Henkie Timmers from the Netherlands now.
opening with 220, which is very easy. Adding another,
She is
10 kilo
looking
to it.
really powerful today.
and like I said, she had a very busy season. I don't think it's finished yet. I think she got one more event to come. The European Classic in
That's a big,
Lithuania.
big year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Depth is good.
Yeah.
Wow, she is really,
fine.
really looking on
Yeah.
form today.
And I must tell you that she's coached by Alan Haman, another very, very good powerlifting coach.
Next weight on the bar, Anna Heranga, Norway. Land and eat, get ready.
She is really looking on point today. She's going to be tough to beat. Anna Haranga, Norway. 247.5, just shy of her personal best, but had a very solid opening lift of 240.
It was.
Bars loaded, 247.5 kilos, Anna Heranga, Norway.
27 years old, 4 years in competition.
Now, I've seen a bit of movement from the jury. I think we're going to see an overturn for the Netherlands.
Okay.
I saw some coaches from the Netherlands running around.
Oh, she's working out.
She had to work
And
for it,
she's
but
got
she got
it.
it there.
Yes, she has.
3 white lights.
And Kenton, his was also a good lift. The jury tell me next weight on the bar is 252.5.
So there was an overturn there from the Netherlands.
And Anderson, get ready.
Monet Bland from the US of A, 252.5.
Monet Bland, USA.
She opened with 240. She's very comfortable. Increase it by 12.5 kilo. And she's only 28 years old. 7 years in competition. Her job is a physio.
Time. Brace.
Depth looks good.
Yeah.
Already smiling before she's at the
She
top.
knows
She
she got
looked
it.
confident.
She knows she's got it. She's got one red, but she got two white.
2 to 1, that's all you need.
255, next weight on the bar, Sonali Geet.
So now we load 255 for Sonali Geet from India. And India is starting to turn out some very good quality
Yes.
squatters.
Yes. I can tell you, I just spoken to I think it's the president, because they sent two of the coaches to La Manga this year. And told me
Fantastic.
that next year they're going to send 4. So they're really thinking big about getting
That is
the
fantastic.
right qualification for coaching. Yeah, well done to them.
she's finding it a little bit awkward to set up. She's given herself time, though. This is
Yeah,
the
excellent. 30
importance of
seconds
getting
there.
out there.
True.
She does. She has that really wide sort of step out and it clips the rack. It clips the rack as she steps out and makes it very difficult for her. Wow, she is strong.
Oh, powerful. Yeah, I definitely agree with you about Gary to try and pull that racket a little bit.
Yeah, unfortunately, she got 2 reds on that one on depth. She is super strong. Probably just
I
needs
don't
to
think
see
it's anything to do with strength. She's got the power there.
She really just needed to be a bit more confident. I mean, in that case, she's clipped the rack. She had a bit of trouble setting up. You know, as confident as you might be, that plays on your head.
Of course.
All of a sudden, the weight feels uncomfortable. So Heidi Arnesen from Norway, 255.
Open it with a good 245.
Yeah, her
She
opener
looks on
looked
form.
really good, didn't it?
She looks on form today. That is comfortable.
Yeah, very, very focused lifter.
Was it deep enough?
It was.
Yes.
She gets 2 white lights.
Now she's happy.
Maria Steen, Canada, 257.5.
An increase of 7.5 kilo from the first, which was a half full opener.
Of course, coached by her husband.
Ah, with her husband, yeah.
257.5. So I think she hit this weight last year. So she hit 257 last year at the World Championships in Hampstead.
And that looks good.
And she hit it very, very easily here.
No, the referee says
Unfortunately,
not quite deep enough.
And
it's
coach
gone to
heading
the
over to
juniors.
the table. Probably worth a
Is it because her
conversation.
body come forward slightly, the hip not going down? It's on the border from here, from what we're seeing.
Doesn't look like you got
No.
any joy from the jury table there, but it was certainly worth a walk, I think. Natalie Hansen, 260 kilograms for a second. Her opener
Yeah.
at 250
Oh,
looked like a warm-up.
certainly was. And I said she's a hold up the world record.
Has the world record at 273.5.
You know,
She was the world record holder at 273.
she may not tempt it today because she's in a tough class, so she might just
Yeah,
trying to.
you've got to pick your battles,
up.
haven't you?
Yes, you have.
I mean,
What's the moving?
a world record can be taken away from you in 10
Title.
minutes.
A title is yours forever.
It's yours forever.
Oh yes, that's good.
That looked good. And you've got to lift for the conditions of the day for yourself, and you've got to lift for that competition. You know, you can chase down a world record when you're in a competition and you're well ahead of the pack.
Nobody around you.
Frida Wick for her third lift at 212.5 and is in all sorts of trouble here.
He's in just. She opened up with 205 and missed it. She went 210 and missed it. Now she's gone 212.5. So not a good strategy, but let's hope it worked for her.
And of course, Sweden, the home of the great Aliko.
Absolutely. And they got a great coaching system in there, especially for juniors. And I'm sure she's gone to the junior system.
And
No.
just couldn't find the line on that one. Just sort of mistimed the descent a little bit there. And she is going to be extremely disappointed.
Very.
And nobody and no athletes like to see anyone miss all three
Well,
lifts.
They've been maybe training a training cycle for the last 8 weeks or more. You know,
Yeah,
give
you've
up a
been-
lot of things.
Been working hard to get here.
And then
So
have
now
to make a total.
she has to focus on bench and dead and see what she can do. Iris Kensenius, the Netherlands, 215 kilograms.
Now again, she's gone 205, 212, and now she's got another 2.5 kilo.
Goed gaan staan. Dat is sterk.
Depth looks
That
good.
looks good.
Has to work hard for it, but she gets the job done. The referees say 3 white lights.
Next weight on the bar, 235.
Ankie Timmers from the Netherlands,
Haranga and Geets get
looking for
ready.
235.
And this will be a new personal best for her. Her previous is 230.
And her previous lift to 230 was initially a no lift. They went to the jury panel and they got overturned, I
Oh,
believe.
did she have the overturn? Okay.
So now we're able to look down the
Yeah.
barrel at 235.
That's why we have centre referees at this quality, ladies and gentlemen. Bar is now loaded. 235 kilos. Ankie Timmers.
See how easy it is for
Yes.
the guys to put the racks in there with the new lever
I was
arms.
so impressed. You know, just pull a lever and push it forward.
Yeah, nothing to unbolt.
Well done, Aliko. Ariliko. Must call it right. Sorry, Andreas.
Kleine pasjes, goed eruit.
Good setup.
Hoofd er goed in.
No.
Just a little bit too much on that one. That extra few kilos and just proving to be a little bit too much today. And she looked good coming down into it. Dropped her head a little bit there.
Yeah, did the hip went loose? It looks a bit like
Yeah, might have lost a little bit of tightness there. She dropped her head. Anna Harunga from Norway, 252.5.
Yeah. 247.5 was good. This is a
She's been
personal best.
strong. Depth looks good from where we're sitting.
She's happy.
And it's
Yes.
3 white lights.
2.5 kilos for Anna of Norway. Next weight on the bar, 255 kilos.
So now we move to 255.
Anderson, get ready.
Sonali Kit from India.
This should take her up to second place overall for the moment if she's successful. But she missed 255.
Yeah, look, she missed
Yeah.
another second. But I think now that she's felt that weight, it'll be a different story. She just didn't quite get deep enough. And that's sometimes, you know, getting a bit nervous under the weight. She hit the rack coming out, then had to
Yeah.
re-rack it, had a bit of trouble setting up.
They still has to adjust the rack, but I agree with you that she should definitely pull the rack in. So she cleared the rack a lot easier.
Yeah, just the way she
Yeah,
steps out.
comes
She doesn't
You
step.
can see it again. She comes.
And
She
you can
goes
see
left
the
and right.
stress that it causes
Ah,
her.
it's gone. Oh, she got the. Oh, she might be told off by the jury. No, it's a new lift. What? Hang on. The time is still running. She didn't get the start signal.
Yep, she still has time to set up.
Yeah, 8 seconds.
You got to say, great work from the spotters there.
yeah, to
One for
catch it.
catching the weight,
No.
and second for recognising the need to put the rack in.
Back.
So really good work for the spotters. Having a talk to the coach there about putting those racks in. Unlucky for her, but the spotters, what a fantastic job.
Oh yes, they have. They worked so hard this week. Every session.
Ria Steen, Canada, 257.5.
Yeah. Happy to take her.
She got a
up
bit
into
unlucky on her
yes,
second.
did she?
Just didn't quite get down there.
You should put her in silver and the squat for the moment.
Following 257.5 kilos, Destin, Canada.
And that should be bar loaded now.
Let's go. Let's go, Rhea. Get after this. A little more aggressive this time.
Getting some last second instructions from the coach there.
Come on, Rhea.
Okay, rack height is incorrect. So what she needs to do is walk off the platform,
No.
let them restart the clock.
Is it her fault?
Well, they
Or
were
is
correct.
it?
No, they were correct on the
Oh,
last one.
correct.
So
Yes, the bar.
just-
Just back to 0. Back to 1 minute.
yep. So they restart the clock.
It's not a problem. Be aggressive.
And coach just reminding it, it's not a problem. These things happen.
Big air. Pop it right up. Yep. Good. Big air. Tight back. Speed. Drive it up.
Dips in, dips in.
Yeah, drive
She
it
has
out.
the strength.
Perfect.
Did she get the depth on that one? It looked good from this angle. She
Yes,
does.
it has.
So she gets it on the board.
Next weight on the bar. Last 3 squats.
Dips into the bottom.
260 kilos. Heidi
Drives those hips through and gets that chest up high. So we have a
Also
world,
World Masters
M1 record.
Yeah, she looks on form today. From her opener, she looks
Yeah, she is
determined.
looking really good. Heidi Arnesen from Norway.
This will put her into the silver medal for the moment in the squat. 260 kilo. 7.5 kilo.
Masters 1 record. And it's a good time to break it because next year she'll be a Masters 2.
Masters 2, so yeah. She's been around for years competing. World and European.
Good walkout. Looks comfortable. Sinks it in deep.
It's strong. Was it deep
I
enough?
think it's a good lift. Let's wait and see though. No lift.
I thought it looked a little bit high.
And
But
coach is
got
going to have
plenty
a
of strength.
talk to the jury. So
Yeah.
she got a blue card there for lockout. She got a red card
Yeah.
for depth. Just having a look and see if there's any
Can't see the
movement or joy
movement.
from the jury. They're having a
Okay.
talk about it.
I can see the coach going back.
Yeah, they're having a bit of a discussion there, so we'll keep you up to date there. But right now, Monet Bland from the US of A.
Is it loaded?
260. There's a bit of discussion going on about the previous lift there. You can see the US coach getting a bit anxious.
Bar is loaded. 260 kilos.
So the bar is loaded at 260 kilograms, just shy of her personal best.
Again with the jury, it has to be 5-man jury, 5 men and women, I should say, but they all have to agree if they can change it. I
Yeah,
am
so
not.
it's pretty tough to get a change there.
It is. Her 252.5 was
Yeah, it slowed it down a little
a
bit.
little bit, but it was still fast. Oh,
And
yes.
weight is not
No
a problem
problem.
there at all. I think it was actually faster than her second one, and she gets the 2 white lights, and it's on the board at 260.
Last squat of this session is 265 kilos. Natalie Hansen.
So Natalie Hansen
Yeah.
now looking at 265. She's the current world record holder.
Bar is loaded. 265
And
kilos.
I like that she hasn't chased after the record here,
She recognised
knowing that
in a
there
battle
are
today.
still
Yeah.
3 or 4 other lifters that are breathing down her neck.
If she went after the record and missed it, she's
That's right.
giving away maybe 10 kilo.
So a very, very smart move.
But I suspect it's going to really fly as well.
Yeah, her other 2 lifts have been absolutely outstanding. And she got plenty of speed
in the
there.
middle.
almost slowed her down a little bit, but then she said, thank you very much, I will take this one and I'll put it in the bank with 3 white lights. Well, do not go anywhere. 10 minutes time, these ladies are going to be hitting the bench press and we will see some weights get shifted around then. 10 minutes time, we'll be right back here. Welcome back to Dubai for the 2019 IPF World Open Powerlifting Championships. And the sun is out and it's heating up in here with the 84 kilo women. We are just about to kick off the bench press. And you've heard us talk about it many times that it's probably one of the most technical lifts in regards to rules and things that can go wrong. Other lifts, plenty of things can go wrong. The bench press, there's just so many more things you have to think about when you're out there as an athlete, and so many more things you have to think about as a coach when you're coaching as well, because there's a number of areas that things can go wrong. So you have to start from a locked elbow position, then you have to wait for a start command, then you have to actually pull the bar down to the chest to touch. Now that's a lot easier in raw, a little bit more complicated in equipped lifting. The bar has to be in an upward movement, so it can stop, but it cannot dip back down. You have to finish in that elbow locked position as well and wait for a rack command. And then, of course, your head, shoulders, and butt have to be in contact with the bench. Feet have to remain flat on the ground. They can shift, but they have to stay flat on the ground. And a number of points for failure of a lift there. So it's a complicated lift, a lot for everyone to think about when you're out there. So probably one of the most technical lifts of all. We're about a minute and a half from getting underway with the bench press here in the 84 kilo minute. Of course, none of this possible without our great sponsors, Alico. More than just a sponsor, they do so much for this sport and many other sports as well. So along with making the greatest equipment on the planet, they also do a lot for the sport. And of course, Uplift, who have put this great competition together, makers of the finest online coaching platform on the planet. And SBD, we talk about their products constantly, but we talk about them because they're just such fantastic products. You put one of their belts on and I swear you will not want to take it off. And here we are, 40 seconds away. Is this going to be dramatic? We had world records in every session so far, Ralph.
Do not think there's going to be any change going on. So far, the whole week, and what's the record?
191.5. I believe we've got an opening nomination from Hansen, 195.5.
180.
So Hansen is looking at opening on a world record attempt, 195.5.
I think the world record will go. It's a 195.5.
She's been on absolute fire.
Yeah, she has. Yeah.
And our first lifter, Florence Ho from Hong Kong, 90 kilograms. Unfortunately, two lifters will not total. Wag and Wick, Iceland and Sweden, didn't register a squat, but they can still come out on the bench press. So Florence Ho, 90 kilograms to open. And I think equipped bench, a bench is technical enough as it is. Throw the shirt in the mix as well, and it just becomes.
And then you really have problems. You really got to think all the way through.
So much more complicated.
Yeah, I agree.
And it also becomes much more tactical as well. There's some of the areas that we've seen this week. Butts coming off the bench. And another area that we don't often see a problem with is those 81 centimetre markers.
Yes, we had that problem this week.
A few issues there. Referees making sure their fingers are in there.
Just to explain, they must.
That moved really fast, and she gets the 3 white lights. A good opening lift.
You can go inside the 81 centimetre, but you cannot go outside it.
Yeah, so the furthest you can go out is your pointer finger on that ring, and that's as far as you can go. Lisa Fredriksson from Denmark, 112.5. And just looking at Hansen's nomination, 195.5, opening on not just a little bit over the world record, but shattering it.
Yeah. 4 kilo.
And I just got pointed out, I was so distracted by Hansen that I didn't see that Ria Stin has put a 205. That is enormous.
Totally.
So that was a good lift. 205. Absolutely phenomenal. So it is going to be
So to ask the
a
question,
world
will
record party.
any world record go? This is going to be a party of a world record, I think.
And that's their opening lifts.
Yes.
Are we looking at bench or squat numbers here? Jane Arberg from Denmark, 117.5.
She didn't take a third squat. She sort of missed it. Saved herself. The bench.
30 seconds.
She's got very long arms. It's a long way down. Long way up. That looks good.
Should be a good lift. And we'll wait and see. She gets the 3 white lights.
120 next weight on the bar. Johanna Hubenthal, Germany. Von Gleichen and Rusinenko, get ready. Bar is loaded. 120.
Right now, Joanna Hubenthal from Germany, 120. And just having a look at Maria Steen's rap sheet, she benched a 210 at the Commonwealths this year.
Right.
So 205 isn't even a personal best.
This equals Joanna. First bus. 120.
And she's struggling to lock that one, and she doesn't get there.
Right arm out.
To go out the back and make a few changes.
120 remains on the bar for
Valerie von Gleichen, 120 as well.
Bars loaded. 120 kilos. Valerie von
If you are sitting at home watching this and you're thinking about going and making yourself a snack, you better make it quick, because it is going to be a world record party here today.
This is a big personal best.
Opening on 120, a previous
it's 105.
listed was 105.
Unless the profile is not being updated, it's possible.
Well, she hit a 105 at the Western Europeans this year.
It's a big improvement since then.
And she got really good speed off the chest there, but just couldn't quite keep control of the shirt. She didn't seem to have any problem building that speed.
Yeah.
Just needs to straighten it up a little bit, probably just pushing back a little bit too far. Daria Rusinenko, 125, has already broken sub-junior squat record.
18 years old.
And the sub-junior world record is 135.5, I think.
Yes, it is.
So she's not far away from that one either. She's having a fantastic day here in the Opens. 18 years of age. We're struggling to get it down there. But she recovered that so well.
Explosion. Bang.
And 3 white lights. She recovered that so well. She was pulling that down to her chest, and you could see the shirt trying to take over, shifting her around. She steadied the ship and absolutely smoked it. Christy Savetta, Great Britain, 130.
Yeah. Squat well. 210 kilo.
Nice quick setup. Gets it down to a touch. And just pushing too far back. Just the shirt
Is it a shirt that does that? It's shirt that pulls it back.
And that's the thing with the equipped bench is you want to you want to drive it back a little bit, and at the same time the shirt wants to push it back. So whilst you're driving back, you've also got to straighten it as well.
Yeah.
So it's an extremely, as much as being an extremely powerful and strength lift, it's also really complicated. And it's why we talk about how long it takes to actually master the equipment.
Yeah. Learn how to use it, yeah.
Hulda Wag, Iceland, unfortunately didn't register a squat, but she is out here to see what she can do on the bench. Just shy of her personal best of 140. So now her focus is to see if she can get a couple of personal bests on the board. And again, just struggling to keep control.
I mean, she was really struggling to get the bar.
Yeah, it looked tough to get it down to the chest there. Just having a rough day. You can see her body twisting, trying to get it down. Florence Ho for her second attempt at 100 kilograms.
Followed in 100 kilos, Florence Ho, Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So she got her opener at 90.
90.
And now looking at 100. This is just shy of a personal best.
I think Hong Kong just joined this year, is it? I think they are competing.
Yeah, I'm not
the
sure
first
how long
time,
they've been with.
I think it's the first time this year.
I'll have
Great
to have a
to have
look
him
at
here.
that. I'll catch up with Robert Keller and ask him. That looks like a good lift.
Yes,
it is.
certainly has.
Having a very, very good day, getting all the numbers on the board.
120 is the next weight on the bar.
Joanna Hubenthal from Germany, 120.
Yes, she missed this on her opener.
So it's equal to her personal best. I have no doubt they would have made a few little adjustments.
Yeah.
Dietmar
I'm
has
sure he
a
has.
wealth
I'm
of
sure he
experience.
has, yeah. He can identify what went wrong. As long as it's not a strength problem, he will adjust it.
That looks like a good touch.
Again
Again,
that
just struggling
drift.
with that right-hand side
Yeah.
there. Just struggling on the right hand.
Bar remains at 120. For Valerie Von
Just trying to have a look there. We can't see the right side very well.
get ready.
Seems to be getting herself a little bit off balance. Might need to shift her position on the bench a little bit. Valerie Von Gleichen, 120. Missed her opening lift as well.
Yes, she did. Was the same problem? Can't quite remember.
That needs to control the shirt. Got a good touch on that one.
Looks
That
good.
one was better.
That's good.
Much more control on that one. And it's 3 white light. She's happy with that. Yeah, if we see the replay, she had much better control on the way down. Body's not shifting at all. She's keeping herself straight.
Everything tight.
Gets the touch there. And keeps those elbows in until the end. So Lisa Fredrickson, 120 now.
This is her personal best. Her previous personal best, 118.5.
And
Should be
we'll
good.
wait for the referees to look good from that angle, and it is.
122.5 kilos. Jane Olberg, Denmark. Shiveta and Rusenenko, get ready. Bar loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, she handled that well.
Jane Olberg,
So Jane Arberg, 122.5 for Denmark.
She's just 2.5 kilo below her personal
Yep,
best.
had a good opening lift at 117.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, lift selection's tough. I mean, I've always worked on the, 95% probability for your
Yep.
first one, 95 to 100% probability, really. Then you're sort of looking to your 85% probability for your second, and then your third is your 70% probability.
She got a lot disadvantage, got a long arm, so it's a long way to travel. But
Yeah,
that looks
but
good.
she uses it really well.
Very well.
Yeah, it allows her to really build up that potential energy in the shirt.
Next weight on the bar.
And the length of the elbows there, she's able to really convert that to kinetic energy. Christy Savetta, 130. She missed her opening lift. Just let the shirt take the better of her. So she's going to be really focusing on getting a cleaner touch. And being coached there, Great Britain SBD manager.
Yes, Berenson, very good coach. Drive the arm through.
And she gets it
Yes,
and locks
that
it
looks
out.
good.
Well, let's see if the referee say it's okay. No joy.
Got one blue and one
So yellow for the butt lifting, blue for the bar dipping.
Yeah, bars down with the downward movement normally. Maybe not quite lock at the end.
Yeah, you can
the
see
bar
she's
side,
starting to
yeah.
ladder it a little bit. But she controlled the shirt very well on that one. Daria Rasenenko from the Ukraine, 135. Opened at 125, now looking 135 and lining herself up for another world sub-junior record
Very
on a
much
third
so.
attempt.
Very much so. She's 135.5.
Yeah, she's
30
only
some
got
good point
to
five
add
below.
another kilo if she wants to.
Yeah.
And I
Get
think
this
this is
first.
a clever tactical move. And you put it, you put another kilo on that, it might be fine. But all of a sudden, the pressure of a world record.
Drive it through.
Now
That
she's
looks
got
good.
that one on the board. It is. So now she got 2 on the board. She can have an attempt at the world record.
She could need
with
0.5
not
a kilo.
a lot of pressure on herself.
Put any pressure on herself.
Even
Yeah.
though it's only another kilo of 135,
Absolutely.
the pressure of it being a world record on a sub-junior athlete.
Good coaching, yeah.
Very good coaching there. So Hulda Wag, Iceland, 137.5, under a bit of pressure now.
Yes, fail her first one.
It's under her personal best, so she's done this before. She's felt this weight. Good touch.
No.
I have to wait for the referees on that one.
Yeah, me too. Yes.
Good lift. And you saw the
She's
difference. We'll
unbelievable.
see the replay on this one. In the first one, as she's pulling the bar down, her body's rolling and twisting.
This time
one,
everything's
this one
I
she
can
got
see.
it down straight. So she gets that one on the board. Florence Ho, Hong Kong, 107.5.
Personal best.
And has been looking good today. Taking your time with the setup.
Oh.
And just got away from her a little bit
Little
there.
bit, yeah.
She's had a really, really good
Oh,
day
yeah.
so far.
She did well.
Should be very happy with the performance thus far. And so she got a nice touch there. And as the butt lifts up, stability changes, everything moves. Joanna Hubertal, 120, needs this lift.
You certainly do.
This is to keep her in the game. And she's just been a bit uneven, that right-hand side, struggling to really drive at the same speed there and putting her off balance. Can she get herself back into this competition?
No, you
And
can
again,
literally
it's just
travel.
everything's twisting.
You could literally see it as yeah.
And
very upset.
Unfortunately, all that work earlier on, she will not total. And really unfortunate. She got off to a great start with that lift. She was clean to the chest. She got a good drive off it, and then it just sort of shifted her to one side. Lisa Frederiksen from Denmark now looking at 122 and a half.
She got a 120 and a second. It's good.
And we've seen quite a few athletes so far this week miss all three. And it just goes to show that they're human and it can happen at any stage of your career.
Yes. Drive it through. Got the arms
Should
locked.
be a good lift.
I think it should be a good lift. Yes.
So if you're new to powerlifting and think you're never going to bomb out and miss all lifts, at some point in your career, you're probably going to.
Very true. Like I said, some day you can wake up and you feel absolutely fantastic. Other days, you can just don't
happens.
feel just too right. And you're going to make the adjustments.
Yeah, you do. You've got to adjust for that. Valerie von Gleichen, Germany, 125. I know a couple of current world champions that have never bombed. I will never mention their name as not to jinx them. I can just imagine mentioning their name. And it just got away from her there.
Yep.
She drove off the chest really well. Let's have a look. Yeah, she seems to get it down quite well. Drives off. Just came back a little bit far. Just a fraction. Jane Arberg, 127 and a half for a personal best.
Yes.
She hit a 117 and a half very well, 122 and a half very well. Now wants a little bit of a personal best to take home. Keep that line. Gets the touch nicely, but just a little bit too much today.
Yes, yeah. I would have probably gone 2.5 kilo, 125.
Yeah, look, I mean, she didn't do anything wrong with that lift.
No.
It was just today, it was just a bit too much. She got a nice line on the way down, had a nice touch, but just today it wasn't there. Christy Savetta, 130.
Yeah. She needs this.
Has to stay in the game with 130. It's under her personal best. She knows she can do this. She's done it before. Good touch. Quick press.
Keep it going.
And it's
no,
just a bit too much today. She gets it to the top.
Try hard.
She gets it there in the end, but I don't think.
She's also disappointed. Very.
Two red lights, unfortunately, yellow and a blue.
140 is the next weight on the bar for Daria.
So right now, though, we are loading to 140 kilos for Daria Rusinenko for a world junior
Junior.
record.
Sub-junior?
Sub-junior record,
record.
18
Yeah.
years of age. The current record, 135.5. She doesn't just want the record, she wants to destroy the record. 140, and the way she's been lifting today.
This lady is superstar in the making, isn't she? She really is.
If you're a junior and open lifter, right now you're thinking about changing weight classes. Because she is a future open world champion without a doubt.
With no injury.
Oh, I think
She's
she might
fighting
get
it.
there. She gets it to the top. Is it a good lift?
No.
No lift.
Yeah,
2
downward
red lights.
movement.
Yeah, some downward movement about halfway up there. You can see the Ukrainian coach going to the jury panel for a
of
chat, but
course,
I don't think he's going to get any joy. Oh, tough from that angle.
Yeah.
The rule is the whole bar.
Must come back.
So,
well,
yeah,
he don't spend
no
very
joy.
long there.
Didn't spend much time at the table there at all. No time for a coffee. So now, Hulda Wag, Iceland, 145.
Yeah, she got to second attempt at 137.5.
This will add 7.5 to a personal best. Sorry, 5 kilos to a personal best.
5 kilo, yeah.
Her first lift, she was just twisting around trying to get it down. And then this time she got it down well, but just couldn't develop the power out of the bottom. But a very, very good effort, but she has one on the board.
She not do so well. She missed all 3 squats. And only got 1 bench press. So
Tough day at the office.
Certainly is.
And we all have them.
Yes, got those days.
So we move straight into the second fight now, and some of the numbers on this board are absolutely frightening.
Hold on to your hat, because there's going to be some fantastic bench pressing going on here.
It is going to be crazy. So Hansen has actually dropped her opening lift to 185. And
Making sure.
Ria Stin has kept hers at 205, but that's not even her personal best, even though it's a world record attempt. So Iris Kensanias from the Netherlands now, 107.5.
Personal best on her up now. That's good.
Long arms.
Yeah, very long arms.
But she makes it work for her. You know, we talk about sometimes some coaches and athletes will talk about limb length. Is it an advantage? Is it a disadvantage? It depends on how you use it. And
correct.
In her case, she is using her
disadvantage for her advantage.
Yeah, her physicality as an advantage. Monet Bland, 115.
And this is just 2.5 kilo below her personal. No, sorry, 12.5 kilo below her personal best. So this should be a comfortable opener.
– 115 kilograms. And, you know, we've talked earlier, the US coaching staff are usually very, very good at picking attempts.
Yes, that
Gets
should
to
be
the
good.
top quite easily. And it's a good lift. Very confident.
Yes.
Just doing all the things she's been taught to do.
These have been drilled in training over many
practice,
weeks.
practice, practice.
Practice, which make perfect.
We always hope so.
Not always.
Sonali Geet, India, 130.
We talk about practice make perfect. I'll say that to a coach one day. He said, no, make permanent.
It's a good response. Didn't have the greatest last squat for her,
No.
unfortunately, but she's been having a pretty good day so far.
Solid opener.
Very solid opener. You know, she was clipping the rack on her way out in the squat setting up. And, you know, I mean, it could also be a case that she's not training on Alico racks, she's training on gym
Possible.
squat racks.
Possible.
And you've often got quite a bit more room between the
That's
rack
wider.
to walk out like
Yeah.
that. And sometimes, you know, if you have the opportunity to train on the competition equipment, take the opportunity.
Absolutely. Because that's what you're going to compete on.
Obviously, not everyone has that opportunity, but if it's there, grab it. Heidi Arneson from Norway, 142.5.
Yeah, she was an awesome squat.
And we were caught up earlier looking at Hanson's nomination, originally at 195.5. That we didn't see the 205 from
Yes.
Ria Steen, which is monstrous.
Nice and tight. Big drive from the chest. Oh, that's a
Took a little while to
comfortable
get the
opener.
press command there, but she gets it.
Yep.
And that should be a good lift. It is. Having a fantastic day. Frida Wick from Sweden, 145.
Yeah, unfortunately didn't get a squat in. She very unusual squat day. She went up from 3. Every time she failed,
Yeah.
she went up by 2.5 kilo.
He's having a
Yeah.
tough day at the office
She
today.
certainly did. Let's hope she had 3 good bench.
So 145, 10 kilos away from her personal best. So I imagine she'll handle this quite well.
Nice control. Drive it through. Yeah, that
And
was
that
good.
should be a good lift. It is.
Yes.
3 white lights. Yeah, that's a tough lift to come out and do after missing all 3 squats as well.
Yes, it is. But like I
Anna.
said, we got to try and forget about the squat.
Yeah,
And just
I mean,
concentrate on the next discipline.
And it's tough to get out
It is,
there.
it is.
You've come into this competition trying to peak, then that happens, and that peak just drops
Drop
right
that down,
down,
and you have
and
to
then you
pick it
still
up.
have to find a way to come back out.
Yeah, true.
Anna Hallinger from Norway, 155.
2.5 kilo below her personal best. Oh, that's a good bench.
That was a very, very good bench. Great bar path. 3 white lights. You watch the bar path that uses that real J shape.
Yes.
Anki Timmers, 180.
Yeah, she is a superb bench as well. I'm sure she holds the European record. I'm not quite sure. I got a feeling.
And drags it down
Right
to her
down.
chest. Just gets the touch there.
Oh, exploded out.
great lift
That should be a
there.
good lift. Yes, it is.
And current European bench record,
Yeah.
I believe, is none other than Ilya Strick.
Oh, Ilya Strick, yeah, yes. Yes, Ilya.
And not just a
That's
wonderful lifter, but just a fantastic
Oh.
individual.
She is.
So Natalie Hansen now, 185. She has a personal best of 202. which is well in excess of the current world open record. But she's playing a really smart move here. She knows that it's going to be a
Tough.
very tough competition at the
And
top.
she's picking a pain as well.
The end of this
Yeah.
is going to be tough on the deadlift.
Try not to miss any.
So she originally put in 195.5, dropped it back to 185, and really thinking about the long game.
Yes. That's the way to plan. That looks a good opener.
And that was very good. And if the opportunity presents itself for a world record attempt, then absolutely. So now we load to 2:05. Rhea Stinn for a world record attempt. Opening lift, and it's not even her personal best. She hit a 2:10 this year. We talk about opening on personal best and things like this. Is not a personal best. She hit a 2:10 this year at the Commonwealth Championships.
Huge
She
bench
hit a
press.
191 at the World Bench Championships this year.
All you guys out there that goes to the gym, just figure 205 kilo.
Absolutely
bench
monstrous.
press.
And it's just an opener.
Yeah.
Three, two, one.
And I think she's got it there.
Yeah. Had to work a little bit
Looks
for
good
it.
from here. It
Got
is. It's a
one.
new world
Yep.
record, 205
Yes, well done indeed.
kilograms. She is going to be setting the mark now on the bench.
1.5, it is now 205, and that was just round one. Please load
Iris Kensanias, 112.5. What a fantastic opening
Oh,
lift.
wasn't it just?
205.
bar is loaded.
She is going to make it tough to beat today. So 112.5 for Iris Kensanias from the Netherlands. Taking her time, getting everything dug in as tight as she can.
He's driving it.
Well, this just in, Rhea Stinn's lift of 205 has been overturned by the jury to a
no
no
lift.
lift.
Is next up with 122.5.
Right, we have a good lift there.
Keith and Anderson, get ready. Ladies and gentlemen,
Now,
the jury have
Monet
ruled
Bland.
the decision on Stinn's world record. That was a no lift. The bar is loaded.
Did she cut it 2 to 1? Can't remember.
USA.
She did get it 2-1.
Okay.
I can see her coach, husband there at the jury panel
Yeah.
having a discussion.
Why not?
But
The
it's
world
been
record been
overturned.
turned down. But there's no movement, so I assume that it's a good
The
explanation
decision
why.
stands. Monet Bland, 122.5. And that
Yeah,
should be a
last
good
look,
lift.
yeah, couldn't quite see the arms finishing on this side.
And it
Yeah,
is 3
few
white
white
lights.
2.5 kilos from Monet Bland, USA. 142.5 is the next weight on the bar.
Sonali Geet now from India, 142.5.
Get ready.
She was successful, 130. She can out 12.5 kilo. And I think this will equal her personal best.
Certainly will, and she's having a good day.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
squatted
she
well.
got 2 really good squats.
She could be a
in.
good lifter.
Had a little bit of
and
trouble
yeah,
with her last squat. Her opening bench looked really good.
she's only 29 years old, so she got a long way to go. She continue. And I like what Jennifer Thompson said yesterday. Powerlifting is your life.
It certainly is. It is one of those sports that you can just continue to do.
Oh, yes. That's a good
Smoked
bench.
it. Looked very clean. Referees say good lift.
147.5 next weight on the bar. Heidi Andersen of Norway, to be followed by Vik and Heraka.
Heidi Arnesen
Yeah.
from Norway now, 147.5.
She's a Masters 1. Oh, she's won. Yeah.
And she has been having a
So
great day as well.
Yeah, last year's in the Masters 1. Next year she's Masters 2. But she's having a great day so far. She's always been a great lifter. The last couple of years, I think last year, didn't went too well for her, but she certainly looks on form today.
Yeah, look, and at 49 years of age, she's just getting better and
Yep.
better.
Coached by Marty. She's working it. I think she's got it. Yes, 3 wide.
Gets it on the board.
152.5 next weight on the bar. Vik of Sweden. Heraka and Timmins, get ready. Bars loaded, 152.5 kilos. Frida Vik, Sweden.
Yep, she benched it 145, gone 7.5 kilo. Her personal best is 155, so
Just shy of her personal
yeah.
best.
She can get 3 good bench. At least she feel a bit better after the squat. Working it. Keep the arm going.
And can she lock it out? I don't think she's
No.
going
Not gonna-
to.
No.
No, she's not quite able to lock that one out. But I think she'll get that on her third.
2.5 kilos for Vik of Sweden. 160 next weight on the bar.
She gets good speed off the chest there, just couldn't quite convert. Just needed to shift those elbows a little bit. Yeah, I think she'll hit that on a third.
Sure. Yeah. Bit
Anna
adjustment.
Harunga from Norway, 160.
Yeah, just to keep her in 3rd place in this bench press. Bronze medal for a moment. Still a few lifters to go. On this one, another round after this, yeah. You see? Yep. Second round.
Gets that chest up nice and high.
Drive through it. Oh, that's a good bench.
Nicely done. That looks good. It is. She gets 2 to 1. It's on the board. Anki Timmers, 185.
This is a personal best. This is equal a personal best.
It will. She had a good opener.
I think this is Hanki's 2nd season at 84. I think she's always been 72, I think. So it's a new body weight for her.
Yep, previous to the 2018 season.
Yeah.
She was in the
72.
72s.
No, just can't
Just
control
struggling to
it.
get to the chest.
No, it's gonna be hard.
Gets it there
Oh.
eventually. Did
She
her
had
hip
to
stay
work for that
down.
one. She got it? Yes, she has.
She gets it in the end.
She was struggling so much to
Really
get the bar
struggled to
down
get
to
the
her
chest
chest.
to touch there.
USA, Steen and Kenton Reese, get ready. Bar
And
is
somehow
underway.
she managed to put it all back together.
USA.
She really just struggle.
Just
Control
got it there.
Yeah.
Natalie Hansen from the USA, 190.
90.
Well, the world record was 191 and a half.
But it still is, because did you not overturn it?
It was overturned, so the 205 is
So it's
not the world record.
191. Yeah, so 191. It's not a world record, but it's almost like half
It
a
is
kilo.
only
half
a couple of kilos
yeah.
away from the world record. So playing that long game.
Yeah.
And waiting to see if the opportunity presents itself for a world record attempt.
That's
and
good.
Handled that extremely well. So now we go to 205. Maria Stin from Canada.
Yeah.
Attempted 205.
She got
Got
this.
the lights. Got overturned by the jury to
Yeah,
a no
they did
lift.
overturn it, so
That will fire her up.
it would be for me.
She will be spurred
Yeah.
on for this world record attempt. She is not going to let them take it away from her again.
This is a new world record, 205 kilo.
She's adding 8.5 kilos, 12.5 kilos to the current world record.
Oh, yes.
She handled that very,
I can't
very
see
well.
any problem with this one.
Let's wait and see
Yeah,
this time.
three white
lights. That one's
Yeah.
not getting overturned.
Nope.
That one can't get overturned with the 3 white lights. And there's a new world record of 205 kilograms. Monstrous world record. Iris Kensenius, the Netherlands, 115.
Big personal best. Her previous PB was 105, which she achieved on her first attempt. She went 112 and a half. Then another 2.5 kilo. Give her 115.
Nice to
And
see
she's
her
a
get
big
3 from 3 here.
deadlifter, so she could be in there for a medal in the deadlift, I think.
Yeah, she certainly has a big deadlift on it.
Big drive.
Working
Did that
it.
come back down a bit?
Still moving.
Yeah, nothing is
Yeah, I
gone.
think it's starting to dip. Gave it everything she had, but not today.
Next weight on the bar is 127.5 kilos.
Monet Bland, 127 and a half.
This should be a personal, no, equal a personal best. Our PB is 127 and a half.
USA.
127.5. Be nice to see her go 3 from 3.
Yes.
Good speed off the
It's
chest,
working it.
and she holds the line very well.
Yes.
Handles that one, gets it on the board. Sonali Git, India, 152 and a half. Big personal best by 10 kilos.
I'm impressed with this lady. I am.
She's doing extremely well. Be nice to see her get 3 from 3 on this one.
Yeah.
Followed in 152.5 kilos. Sonali Gate, India.
Ten kilos on her personal best. Her first 2 squats were fantastic. Third one had some trouble setting up, clipped the rack. Didn't quite go to plan.
Good control.
And just a little bit too much today.
But again, I can see for the future she gonna be
A
some
very,
Yeah.
very big future in
I
powerlifting.
think so.
Anderson of Norway, Vik and Heranger, get ready. 152.5.
Heidi
Heidi.
Arneson, 152 and a half
She's
for a
on
little personal
fire
best.
today.
Almost managed a world record squat.
So last year in the
Masters 1.
Masters 1, and she's certainly leaving a big impression in it. Next year, look out, Masters 2 next year. She's coming after you.
Yeah, if you're an 84 Masters 2 lifter, you'll be keeping a very close eye on her.
No,
And
just lost it.
yeah.
Know what happened? Her wrist, did her wrist go over? What happened
Let's
there?
have a look. We'll have a look at the replay. I think she just got her elbow out of position there. Just trying to bring that shirt down.
Fighting it down,
Looked like the shirt took control.
and is the wrist
Yeah.
wet? Yeah, is the elbow?
No, the bar started to push forward with the weight of with the pull of the shirt there. Just got her out of position.
Okay.
Frida Wick, Sweden, 157 and a half.
Yeah. Bench well after missing all 3 squats. 145, 152, another 5 kilo.
And this will be a personal best.
Yes, it will be.
And Ria Stin has put in a 212 and a half.
Yeah,
for
not
her
surprised.
final lift.
Oh.
And just a little bit too much
Yeah,
for this
too much
one.
for her. I mean, she hasn't got a fantastic deadlift, so that she may be trying.
Yeah, just trying to get a couple of kilos here and a couple
Yeah.
of kilos there.
Yeah.
And it depends. I mean, see a lot of people open big on deadlift, but don't actually progress very far.
True.
You see others open light on deadlift, then add 20 kilos to the next lift. Anna
Yeah.
Hunger,
Bench well so far.
165.
They put her in 4th place. Well, keep her in 4th place in the bench press. Yeah. Yeah, she can't go any further. Even if she gets this, she will not go any further.
Yeah,
Fourth
the top,
place.
the top
Top
three in the
three
deadlift
is
are a bit hard to beat,
Yeah.
and the bench are a bit hard to beat.
Oh, she's lucky tight after she's got it.
Big smile on her face for that
She's
one.
happy. Yes, she has.
Gets
well
it
done.
on the board.
4th place in the bench press.
Weight on the bar is 187.5 kilos.
And then we go to 187.5. Anki Timmers.
Yeah.
Get ready.
A couple
So
of kilos on her personal best.
Yeah. Let's keep her in the bronze medal in the bench press.
187.5 kilos. Ankie Timmers, Netherlands.
Again, can't go any higher. 190 is in bronze place. Moment. By Hansen.
Yeah, she will take home the bronze,
bronze
medal
medal
in the bench press. Which is a pretty impressive feat
Certainly
at a
is.
World Championship event.
Big bench, 187 and a
And
half.
she is sitting in a great position. Put some numbers on the board in the deadlift and see if she can chase after those podium finishes.
Yes.
Plenty of
Very
power.
good benching. Yeah.
And she gets the 3 white lights.
195.
So should go to 195 now for Hansen, which has had a bit of a problem with the board by the look of it. But it should be Hansen for 195.
Yeah, because they got it as a completely okay.
Yep, we fixed that.
Yeah. This would have been a world record.
It would have been, but remember, to claim your world record, you have to have a total as well.
Absolutely.
So this is a smart lift, 195.
This is for, she already got the silver medal in the bench press.
And
This is
she
just
is
to
playing the
increase.
long game. She is
Yeah.
after that world
She's
championship
looking
medal.
for the title. That's a world title. It's what you keep for life, isn't it?
No one can take that away.
That
looks
looks easy.
Referees say good lift. But right now we load the bar to 212.5 kilograms. Rhea Stin, Canada, just broke the world record from 191.5 to 205. Now looking to make it 212.5. This is enormous.
I think the other person to break that in the future will be her. This is a huge bench.
It is absolutely enormous.
She benched 205 in her first attempt. That was turned over by the ref, jury.
Came out in the second,
out
said you're
again.
not taking this one away.
Lowered away, and now she got another, what?
7.5 kilos.
kilo.
Gets it to the chest well.
It's
Is
working
moving?
it.
I think she's got it.
Is it locked?
I think you
Let's
could
have a
put-
look.
I think you could put 215 on there and she'd get it. She
Oh,
gets 3
yes.
white lights, and you can't take that one away either.
I got 3
Another
white lights.
world record. What a way to finish this round of bench press. Don't go away. Get your chips and drinks. Get your snacks. Get back to your seat because this action is heating up here in Dubai.
Absolutely.
We are right back here in Dubai for the 2019 IPF World Open Powerlifting Championships with 84 kilo women. And boy, is it heating up. We're just about to kick off the deadlift session. And this is where the action really starts to unfold. And you find a lot of the athletes like the deadlift session simply because there's a few less technicalities in regards to deadlifts. It's one of the lifts that you don't have to wait for a start command. So that 1 minute you've got once bar is loaded gives you that little bit extra time. Take some breaths, calm the body down, get your focus. There's a few areas that can go wrong though. The bar has to go up. It cannot dip down. It can stop, but it cannot dip down. You can't support the bar on your thighs. So the bar has to, it can slide up the thighs, but it can't be seen to be actually being supported or levered. Then when you get to the top, you have to stop. The knees have to be locked. The hips have to be locked. The shoulders have to be back. Then you have to wait for a down command. Once you get the down command, you have to place the bar back down. Your hands have to remain in contact with the bar all the way to the floor. We are 1 minute and 38 seconds away from getting started here. Florence Ho will be the first one to take the platform. But boy, those top ones.
The top one is absolutely
If
fine.
Stin and Hansen put their openers on the board, it's going to be a battle for gold and silver. And Tim is there. She is
Just
waiting
behind.
right there saying, come
Just
on,
behind.
make a mistake.
Just behind.
I dare you. But Timmers has to be careful as well.
Because
right behind her, Haringa
Aka,
from Norway
yes.
sitting there saying,
I
you know
tell
what,
it's
you make a
gonna be
mistake and
close.
I'm coming through as
after
well.
you. It's going to go right down to the
It is
wire.
going to be tough to get on the board here today.
And Gary, if you're going to be world champion, it should be easy, should it?
Well,
The best in the
and
world.
that's the thing, and that's what's been great about this competition is
absolutely.
no
Every
one
class.
has
Walk away
been
with it.
in a position to go well out in front and walk away with the World Championship unchallenged. Everyone has been pushed to their absolute limits, and it's made for a great competition. We've seen
Absolutely.
world records every
Absolutely.
single
Every
session, and not just one, but multiple world records. And of course, Uplift have put this wonderful
Oh,
competition on. This
fabulous.
amazing venue,
Fabulous.
fantastic competition. Premium sponsor of the IPF and producers of one of the greatest coaching platforms on the planet. Of course, Alico, who have stood behind the sport for such a long time. Not just this sport, so many other sports, and they do so much more for the sport. And SBD,
Support.
again, standing behind the sport, supporting athletes. They sponsor quite a number of athletes as
Yes.
well, and
Ambassadors.
really put a lot back into this sport
They're
as
doing
well.
that big event next year in Sheffield, we all know.
In Sheffield next year. We've seen Aaron from SPD
Yeah, he's the
coaching
manager.
here as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
Right now, though,
Here we go.
Florence Ho, 125. She's had a pretty good day so far.
Yes. And I think Hong Kong is due to IPF.
I'll catch up with.
I'm sure they catch up very quickly.
I'll catch up with Robert Keller a bit later and just find out how long they've been with the IPF for now.
Yeah. I just got a feeling this is the first year competing in the IPF.
And a good opening lift there. That's the way you want it to look. So Daria Rosanenko, 165. She has had an outstanding day. She is a sub-junior athlete.
Yes.
Right here, competing in the Opens, breaking world records.
A superstar for the future.
So the current deadlift world record, Open 250.5, World Sub-Junior 220, Junior 250.5, Masters 1 227.5. Right now, 165.
Easy
And
165.
a really good opening lift. Making it look easy. So we go to 172.5. Holder Wag from Iceland, and unfortunately can't register a total.
No.
But she can certainly go after a personal best.
And I think she only got one deadlift in, I think, if I remember
One
right.
bench.
Yeah. One bench, sorry, I do apologize. That looks good opener.
should be a solid opening lift, I think. It is 3 white lights. She's got a personal best of 180. It's really nice to see her surpass that today. Lisa Fredriksson from Denmark, 175.
Bar is loaded, 175 kilos, Lisa Fredriksson, Denmark.
Should be an easy opener for her. Her personal best is 202.5. Oh yes, very solid opener.
Very, very good opening lift.
3 white lights and a good lift. Next weight on the bar,
Christy Savetta, Great Britain, 180.
Yeah, unfortunately she didn't get a bench in.
Just couldn't get a bench on the board. She's had a very rough time on the bench. Right now, looking to chase after a personal best on the deadlift.
Yeah, she's 195 is her personal best, so should be a nice solid opener. Get the hips through. Yes, should be.
Yeah, a little bit slow in the lockout, but shouldn't be a problem.
3 white lights and a good lift, 180 for Christy.
So that gets that one on the board.
On the bar, von Gleichen,
That'll make her feel good.
Germany. Hubenthal and Oberg, get ready.
Valerie von Gleichen from Germany, 185.
Bar is loaded, 185 kilos, Valerie von Gleichen, Germany.
Very good lifter, I think, for the future. I think.
Yeah, a big future. There's
Yeah.
so many ladies
She looks-
competing here.
Yeah, you
that
can
are already,
predict.
already amazing lifters, but have even bigger futures.
That looks a good opener.
3 white lights and a good lift, 185 kilos for Valerie von Gleichen of Germany, 207.5.
Gets it on the board.
On the bar, Johanna Hubenthal, Germany, Oberg and Ho, get ready. Bar loaded.
Joanna Hubenthal, 207.5. Again, couldn't get a bench on the
No,
board.
unfortunately. So she'll be looking for 3 good deadlift to finish.
Just goes to
Yeah.
show just how tough it is. And this will be a personal best of her as well.
That should be.
Opens on a personal
Yep.
best deadlift.
And nothing successful. Yes, she has.
3 white lights.
207.5 kilos for Hubenthal, 220 next weight on the bar. Jane Oberg, Denmark, Ho and Ho,
Yes.
ready.
I think Jane come into her own now. This is where she excels.
Yeah, this is her lift.
Yeah.
She likes the deadlift.
She got a personal best of 235. And I think that could possibly go today if she's on form. Easy opener.
Stands it up. Shouldn't be an issue.
3 white lights and a good lift, and 220 kilos for Jane Oberg of Denmark. Round 1 into round 2.
The Florent Toe from Hong Kong for her second lift now at 135.
Olga and Rusinenko, get ready.
Yeah, she's a Masters 1 lifter. She's 40 years old,
Certainly is.
but competing at the very highest level.
And Jen Thompson, you're right. She said yesterday it is a sport for life.
Yes, absolutely.
It
that
is
is
one of
true.
those sports that you can start at any time,
Yeah.
and
And
you
in-
can do it for as long as you want.
And in the IPF, that looks good. In the IPF, we got lifters in the high 90s competing.
Yep, we have M1, M2, M3, and M4 divisions.
Olga of Iceland. Rusinenko and Siveta, get ready.
And I dare say, in many, many years to come, Jen Thompson will still be taking that platform.
I'm sure.
Olga, Iceland.
Holder Wag from Iceland, 177.5. Had a rough day so far, but it's looking
Yeah.
better already because this is just shy of her personal best.
No.
And just running out of steam.
Too heavy at 177.5 on this occasion for Olga, no leg. 180 next weight.
Daria Rusinenko from the Ukraine now, 180. He's having a magnificent day.
Is she just? You just
And
can't forget that she's 18 years
18,
old.
and she's not letting the pressure of
Yep,
the big stage
not
get
at
to
all.
her at all.
She's just
She
enjoying
looks like
herself
she's
here.
meant to be there. You would never know from her maturity in her lifting that she is a sub-junior lifter.
No.
But this will give her personal best on her deadlift. And looking
Yes.
very good. 3 white lights and a personal best. Just making everything look easy today. So Christy Savetta, Great Britain, 190.
Opening with 180. It's a 10-kilo increase. And this is 5 kilo below her personal best. So hope she gets a personal best today on a deadlift to make up for the
Yeah,
loss.
it'd be a really nice
it'd be
way
nice, yeah.
just to finish off.
Get the hip through.
Here she
Gonna
gets a
fight
lock.
it.
And
Did she
I
got it through?
think she's got it there. Took a little while to lock it out, but I think she got it.
Yes,
she does.
she did. Well done. She had to fight it.
The bar is loaded. 190 kilos, Lisa Fredrickson, Denmark, von Gleichen and Blumenthal. Get ready.
Lisa Fredrickson, 190.
That looks good.
It's a good lift, 3 white lights.
Gets it on the board.
Lisa Fredrickson, Denmark, 192, next weight on the bar. Valerie von Gleichen,
Valerie von Gleichen from Germany, 192 and a half.
192.5 kilos, Valerie von Gleichen, Germany.
Just snuck in there on the bench.
Yeah, 2.5 kilo below her personal best. Yes, that's
And
good.
gets that one to the top. Should be a good lift, it is.
119.5 kilos for von Gleichen, 217.5. Johanna Hübenthal, Germany. Oberg and Ho, get ready.
Joanna Juvental, Germany, 217 and a half.
17.5 kilos, Johanna Hübenthal.
Big
Oh
personal
yeah, big
best.
personal best, yeah. Her PB was previously 205.
Open on a personal best.
Best. And she got this, and she got one more attempt to go if she get this. No.
And just couldn't quite hold on to it there.
Unfortunately, that is no lift for
It's like looks like she's pulling in a suit there. Suit might have given way a little bit. I'm sure they'll fix that out the back.
Sure.
Jane Arberg, Denmark, 230.
Yeah. And now getting close to her personal best. Five kilo below. That looks
Very
easy.
good. Look better than her opener, I think.
I think the personal best is on.
3 white lights and a good lift for Jane at 230 kilos.
It's always a nice way to finish if you can do it. Florence Ho, Hong Kong, for her final lift of the day, 147 and a half. Just shy of her personal best of 150.
Yeah. And this would give her a 385 kilo total. Very respectable.
Bar is loaded. 147.5 kilos, Florence Ho, Hong Kong. 4 attempts remain for any changes.
You know, I think I'm thinking about China. And actually, I think Hong Kong is already a member. So I do apologize for that. Just
We have 123 nations in the IPF.
Yeah, and growing.
And growing. Oh, she might have just shifted before the down command there. Let's wait and see. No lift.
Yeah.
Having a bit of a laugh on the way off there. She knew exactly where she went wrong.
Yeah,
Yep.
I just had an email this week from Malta. I think they know just joined as well, so a new
Yes.
member.
I was talking to Robert Keller. There's 123 members and I think another 7
Yeah,
on the way.
Yeah, growing all the time. But if you're going to powerlifting, IPF is a place to be for powerlifting, for sure.
Rasenenko, Ukraine, 195. Incidentally, it is a world sub-junior record, I believe.
All right.
Total.
Oh. Yes, it was.
Unfortunately, no lift though. But she has been absolutely outstanding today. Multiple world records. And sending a message through to the junior and open 84 community saying, hello,
Yes.
I'm knocking on the door.
Look over your shoulder.
Christy Savetta, Great Britain, 197.5. Just a little bit too much on that one. Almost getting her personal best. Bit of a rough day at the office. Valerie von Gleichen, 197.5. So add 2.5 kilos to her personal best.
So we'll give her a 545 kilo total. Very respectable total.
It'll be a 35 kilo personal best total.
Yep. Hip through, shoulder through.
I think she's got it.
Yeah, I think she have.
That will be a huge, huge personal best.
One for the
her
future,
total.
I think.
Absolutely. Lisa Fredriksson from Denmark, 205.
And this will give her a total of 537.5 kilo total. Just below her personal best total. She's 541.
And 2.5 kilos above her personal best deadlift.
Deadlift, yeah. Not a bad day. Get hit? No. Just a bit too much.
Just couldn't get it up past the knees there. But a big, big effort. So 217.5 goes to the bar for Joanna Hubenthal, Germany.
She missed this in a second.
Looking for that personal best to finish today. She can't put a total on the board.
Unfortunately.
So she wants to get this personal best on. Try and take something home from the competition. And not sure if she is coming out to take this lift. I don't imagine so. We only got 35 seconds left. So possibly not taking the lift. And of course, none of this possible. SPD, Alico, Aplift, great people that stand behind this sport and many other sports as well, and making all of these competitions possible. And of course, Alico equip.
Yeah.
I think it's 13 or 14 championships throughout the year.
Yeah, yeah.
They do coaching clinics. They do education seminars.
They give equipment for the main platform.
They do,
they do so much
for the sport.
Not just the sponsorship alone.
Yeah, it's much more than just sponsorship. And on top of all that, they listen to the athletes. So we've seen a number of changes to the benches over the years. The one thing that hasn't changed, the Alico bar. The only thing that's changed on the Alico bar is the dust caps on the end, and I think they changed the bearings several years ago. But generally, it's the same bar as the first one they ever made. So right now, Jane Arberg, Denmark, 240.
Personal best. This will be 5 kilo above a personal best. But the last one was easy, so I suspect this will go as well. She's had to work for it. She's driving it. Get the hip forward. She's got it.
And the referees
And
say
T-Toppy.
3
Personal
white lights.
best.
She walks away with the personal best deadlift and a personal best total of 585. Sonali Geet, India. Looking at 180, just below her personal best. But she has had a very, very good day. And she has plenty more in that tank.
Easy up there.
That would have been a good opening lift on any day of the week. So now we go Natalie Hansen, 195. So needs to put this one on the board.
Yes.
Get that
They need to
total
be
registered.
all green in the first round. No
Need to
reds.
register that total.
Yeah. A platform to attack.
Well under her personal best of 215.
She's playing safe. That's the way to be. Easy up now.
Yeah, good opening lift there. Good selection. Goes on the board. Frida Wick, 200 kilograms. Again, can't register a total.
What if you try and go for a personal best on the deadlift?
Yeah, this is just 10
easily
kilos
fine.
over under a personal best, so. Just trying to get that position she wants to be in. It's not easy to get down in that deadlift suit sometimes.
No, just went forward.
And just pulled her forward a bit.
Yeah, just went forward.
Just couldn't pull back on it. And unfortunately, that's a no lift. Having a bit of a look here. Yeah, you can see it just pulls her forward a little bit, and then she starts to lose her grip. Ria Steen, 200 kilos. Really important to get this one on the board.
Yep. Need to be green. Need to be on the board. So should be a nice, easy, comfortable opener.
200 kilograms.
And Sarah Husband, tell me what I need to pull for a title.
I mean, and you said it. At with these fields that are stacked, you got to trust your coach.
You have to. You know, you don't want to be looking at boards and looking at figures. You want to sit in the corner somewhere.
Do that job.
Your job now. Go and sort me out.
They know what you can do, and they know what's got to be done. So she gets that one on the board. Heidi Arnesen from Norway now, 202.5.
Yeah.
Getting fired up for this one.
Firing up, yeah. She's a pretty good deadlifter as well, so she could go well. Fairly easy up now.
Looks like a good lift it was. 49 years of age. She's going to be in M2 next year. Here she is competing in the Opens. Not just competing in the Opens, she's in the second group as well. So a nominated total is in that top half. Anki Timmers, 215. She also needs to make sure she solidifies this total.
Need to nail the first one. If you're going to really attempt to get on the podium, you need to get the first one on the board. No pressure. Yes, look good.
Yeah, it looks very good.
3 white lights and a good lift. Anki Timmins at 215, 217.5 next way on the bar. Anna Haranga, Norway.
So now we get a 217.5. Anna Haranga from Norway.
She's 2.5 kilo below her personal best. But again, she needs to keep there. She wants to make sure she nails this one. Yes, had to work for it. But I
It
think
worked
should be
well. Puts it on the board.
3 white lights and a good lift at 217.5.
Registers that total.
Haranga, 227.5.
Monet Bland, 227.5 for the US of A.
To be followed by Kenson, Ruiz, and Geet.
good. Yeah. Her personal best is 235. So again, this should be comfortable.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too much trouble for her.
She's having a good day. Lifted well. 260 squat. 127.5 kilo on the bench press.
227.5
And this is
Monet Bland, USA.
over 500 pound in bench press for her up there.
Takes her time. Double overhand hook grip. If you can do it, it's fantastic.
Drive. Yep, that looks okay.
Probably a little bit tougher than
Tougher
you'd
than
want
she
it
is.
to be for your opening
Well, she's
lift,
got it.
but it's on the board, and that's what's important.
237.5 kilos. Next weight
Yeah,
on
so far no reds.
Kenson, Ruiz, Netherlands.
237.5. Iris Kensenius from Netherlands.
And if she needs something to pull, she will pull it. She's a very determined lady. Really good deadlifter. Easy up now.
That looks very, very convincing. 3 white lights. And now the battle begins.
This is where it starts. This is where the medals are decided, I think. Second round.
Sonali Geet from India, 195. So we'll give her a 5 kilo personal best.
Followed in 195 kilos, Sonali Geet, India.
And give her a 585 kilo total with 1 attempt to go. She's successful with this one. Yeah, that's good.
Gets that one on the board.
200 kilos next weight on the bar. Frida Peak, Sweden.
Yeah, Frida not having a good day at all. She's really struggling today. Unusual for Sweden,
Yeah, look.
because they normally on the button, but
Yeah,
she's
look,
just not having a good
but
day
have we
today.
said,
Yeah,
yeah, can happen to
yes,
the best
of course it is.
Ray Williams World Championships
Had a bad
happens.
day.
200 kilograms.
That's better. What's the referee say? Yep.
Yeah, gets that one on the board.
Frida Peak, Sweden. 202.5 next weight on the bar.
And Natalie Hansen for 202.5. She has put her total in. She's solidified that total. Now all she can do is pull her numbers
Yep.
and wait for Stin to pull hers and
Yeah.
see what happens.
This will give her a 662.5 kilo total. Like I said, it's time to get this at the board and then start to look
Yeah.
at what you need for your
She has to
for your
put this one in.
final.
She's going to have to wait for Stin to pull her
They got
second.
2 change in the final
That's right,
roller
2
deadlift.
changes in the final deadlift. I'm sure we'll see them used today.
I'm sure. It wasn't convincing, but I think she got it.
Yeah, it probably wasn't her best
No,
deadlift
I
we've
think the
ever
bar
seen.
swung away from the legs.
On the bar,
and she had to bring it back into her legs.
But she did
Yeah.
the job.
She got the job done.
So Rhea Stin, 207.5.
207.5 kilos, Rhea Stin, Canada.
And this one will open the gap up.
This will put her in a commanding lead, I think. If she gets it.
And we have a world total record.
Yeah.
This will give her 677.5.
And that looks comfortable.
It did, didn't it?
I think
It
you're
looked
looking at
very
the world
comfortable.
champ. You look at the world champion right here.
She's going to be hard to catch now. The current world total record was 671.
Yeah.
And she just absolutely destroyed it. Heidi Arneson, 212.5. I love the way she always runs out to the deadlift platform.
She enjoys her lifting. This will give her a total of 605. Big total. Hip through. Oh, did she come forward a bit?
Gets
She
it
got
to the
it.
top and locks it. What do the referees say?
Yeah, one.
Two
say
white lights.
Didn't quite finish, but yeah, got it.
So Anki Timbers now 225. These spotters and loaders are flying through this.
Oh,
They're not
they
giving
are.
anyone a lot of rest time.
No.
225. She is putting herself in a position
course.
to chase down Harunga from Norway, who is currently on at 645, 635.
She's
This will move her to 642
Yep.
and a half. And Harunga, if she gets her next lift, will be 645. There's only a couple of kilos in it.
That's right. It's gonna be a fight for the medals, minor medals. I think the overall medal is gone. I think.
Yeah, I think with that second lift,
Yeah.
she certainly
Good.
put it in a position where it's bar something
Anki.
incredible. It's out of reach. But Anki gets that one in. Harunga now from Norway, 227 and a half. So this is to keep herself in that bronze medal position,
You see-
forcing Timmers to have to pull for it.
Yeah, because she's slightly heavier, and she's slightly heavier. Than
Yeah,
Timmers.
so Timmers
Yeah.
only has to match her
Yeah,
on
to
weight.
beat her. Yeah. And she's pulling, get the hip forward. The knees is locked.
And
Yeah.
just couldn't lock that one
Yeah.
out.
If you notice again, the knees was locked, and the bar was still about 2 or 3 inches away
Yeah,
from
so
finishing.
you can see in the
Have a
replay
look at the
here.
knees. The knees are locked, almost locked there.
Yeah.
There you are.
So then she tries to,
Yeah.
the hips shoot back there, puts her off balance.
And you can't pull that weight with the shoulders. It's impossible. You have to use the hip, the big hip muscle, to push towards the bar.
Montee Balan, USA, 232 and a half. So just
Yes.
below her personal
Yes,
best.
it is. And this will give her a 615 kilo, no, 620 kilo. 620
Just half a
Yeah.
kilo shy of her personal best.
personal best, yeah. And she then will have one attempt to go to maybe surplus it. She's using a hook grip. Oh, she is.
And just
bit
couldn't
too
get
much
past the
today.
knees
Bit
there.
too much.
And probably just feeling a little lightheaded there. A long
Yep.
day. All the lifting drains the body of glucose as well. And you can tend to feel a little lightheaded on these last couple of lifts. Iris Cancinius, the Netherlands.
This will put her into the gold medal in the deadlift. Go from second to first. Not going to feature in the overall total, but if she come away from here with the gold medal
Look,
in
if
the
you can
deadlift,
find your way up into any sort of medal, or seriously, any sort
Absolutely.
of top 5, top 6 is absolutely
this level,
amazing at
at
a
this
world
level.
championship.
Yeah.
242 and a half.
Gonna have to work for this. Drive from the hips, get the bar moving, get the hip forward, shoulder back, I think she's got it.
She's got it to the top. Referees say it's a good lift.
She's in gold medal at the moment for the deadlift.
200 kilos next weight.
Yeah, she's looking pretty solid in that position
I
as
think
well.
so.
We've got the next round to come.
I can't see anybody that's going to be close to her. 222 from Timmers.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
pretty safe, I think, that she's going to win the
and
gold.
Arberg from the first flight is currently in the silver medal position.
Right.
Bar is loaded, 200 kilos, Sonali Geet, India.
So Sonali Geet from India, 200 kilograms. Taking her time with this one.
Yep.
Had a great
Fine
day
report.
so far.
And she's working it.
And she gets it to the top. I think she's finished strong. She
Great
has.
day lifting. Well done indeed.
Kilos for Sonali of India, 212.5 kilos next weight on the bar, Frida Vik of Sweden, Stig and Anderson. Get ready.
Yeah, Frida. 212 and a half.
Bars loaded, 212.5 kilos.
Personal best for her.
Sweden.
So 212 and a half. Frida Wick.
At least you get a personal best if you get this.
Be a nice way for her
Yeah,
to finish.
the day, yeah. Not a good day for her.
And
No.
just a little bit too heavy today.
Okay, please load the bar to 2.
World total record.
Yes.
Rhea Stin.
World total.
She has been outstanding.
Extend it with this one. If it is 6,
This
Yeah.
will take her to 685.
Yes. You know what? She still hasn't totally finished it yet because she could be caught.
Well, this will take her to 685.
85, yeah.
If Hansen wants the gold overall, it's
She's
going to
have to go for. Is she heavier?
Yeah, she'll have to pull
She's
two.
heavier, so she's gonna have to really go another.
Yeah, she'll have to pull a 227 and a
27
half.
Yeah. But
Rhea Stin, 215.
Yeah.
She's done the work.
she can go do what she can do. She break a world record, set the total, sit back, and say,
Yep,
"Come
all
on,
she can
take
do
me."
now is
Yeah.
she's set the benchmark.
It's going. It's going.
And I think she's
I
got
think
it
it's
there.
gone. Should be. Yes.
Fantastic.
Their work is
Absolutely
done.
fantastic.
World record.
Gets
big
it on the
total.
board. Another world record to put in a bag. So she sets it at 685. If anyone wants it, they're going to have to come and take it.
So he remains at 215. This is for Natalie Hansen.
So
Now,
Natalie Hansen,
Natalie
215. She's
now
decided not
let's
to.
be safe and go for a silver medal.
Hansen.
Yeah, yeah. She drops it down to 215, which would give her a 675.
675.
Natalie Hansen, USA.
And she will take the silver medal overall. So Rhea Stin, world champion.
2019, yeah. Great lifting.
And
No,
just
look
a
a bit
little
too
bit too
heavy.
much. But Natalie Hansen sitting in silver overall. If anyone wants to take it, they're going to have to make a very, very big pull for it.
Yeah, you can always say that she's pretty safe in.
I would usually say it's locked away, but in powerlifting, you just never know.
Never know.
Heidi Arneson, 217 and a half.
For a 620 kilo total. Last year in the
Last year as a
Last
M1
one.
lifter.
but she's lifting in the open.
Not that seems to matter to her.
Nope. Oh. Good day. Good day lifting.
Yeah, look, she had a fantastic
Yeah,
day. She pushed it as
absolutely.
far as she could. What
Yeah.
a great way to finish. Anna Haranga,
This is going to be an important lift for her.
227.5.
Yeah.
This will move her up into the bronze medal overall.
Overall. Yeah, let's give her a 645
And
kilo
then
total
Timmers will have to pull that number.
to beat her for the bronze.
Timmers will just have to match her.
Yes, because she's lighter, yeah.
Anna Haranga, 227.5 to get herself
Yeah.
temporarily into the bronze medal position overall. And it'll put her in the bronze medal position for the deadlift.
It's going.
It's moving well.
No,
And it's
bit
just
too
a little
heavy.
bit too much, I'm afraid.
But
Not
well
today.
tried.
She gave that everything she had.
She did.
232.5 is the next weight on the bar. Monet Bland, USA. Timmers and Kenson.
Monet Bland, 232.5. $232.5. She is the bronze medal in the deadlift.
Yes.
Bar loaded, 232.5 kilos, Monet Bland, USA.
So she needs to put this one on the board and see if she stays in the bronze medal position.
Oh, yeah.
Just
look
a bit too much. And just looking at the board there, Iris Kensanias has put in a 251.
Is that a
That will
world
be a
record?
world
or
open
European
record.
I'm not sure.
World open record 251.
It is? Okay.
But right now, Anki
Anki
Timmers,
Yeah.
she is the bronze medalist today, 232.5.
But she's going for a 650 total.
The 232.5 will move her into bronze medal deadlift, and she has the bronze medal overall.
Overall.
And no one can take the overall medal away from her from this position.
No. Side bronze. She's driving, finish it.
Oh, I think she's got it there. I'm not sure. Hard to
Think
see
she
from
has.
where we are. She
Yes,
does,
she has.
and she moves into the bronze dead, and she has the bronze overall. But right now, the last lift of the day, Iris Kensanias has
Mrs.
put
Deadlift.
251 on for a world record.
The record currently stands at 250.5.
Yeah,
has
world
chipped the
record
bar.
deadlift.
251.
And based on a 242.5 second, I think it's a possibility
Yeah, I
this
think
could
there's
go.
a very high probability of hitting this.
Even if you haven't.
251.
Here she comes. World record attempt on the deadlift. She already got the gold medal in the deadlift. This is given a world record.
That would be a fantastic
wouldn't it
way to
just?
finish your day. Not just the gold, but the world record.
Big attack. Use the hips to drive the bar from the floor. It's
Moving
moving.
well.
She's pulling. She's not giving it up.
I think
She's
she's
get-
got it there. Can
Is
she
it
lock? She
locked?
locks.
It's
I
just a
think
world
she's got
record. Yes, it
Three
is.
white lights and she gets the
Fantastic.
world record. What a great way for her to finish, and what a great way to finish. Ria Stin, world champion with a 685 world record total, plus a world record lift in there as well.
Bench,
Hansen,
squat, and now finish
662.5 total, would usually be a world record, but not today. It takes home the silver
Look
medal.
at that for determination.
And then Timmers with the bronze medal overall, and of course finishing Kensanias with a world record deadlift. Don't go away. We will have the medal ceremony very soon, and of course this afternoon at 2 p.m. we have the Special Olympics, and then at 5 p.m. this afternoon the 120 men come out to play.
Oh, the big boys.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin the medal ceremony. Medals will be presented today by Mr. Gaston Farage, IPF President, and Mr. Sigoyon Pietersen, Vice President of the IPF. Linda, can you bring out your ladies, please? Ladies and gentlemen, give these ladies a round of applause. The strongest sub-84 kilo ladies equipped in the world. So first they're going to receive their participation medals, after which we will present medals for each lift. Okay, we are ready, I think, to present the medals for the individual lifts. First of all, the squats. In bronze medal position with 257.5 kilos from Canada, Rhea Stin. In silver medal position with 260 kilos from the USA, Monet Bland. Christy Civetta is going to collect her medal for her. So Christy, can you take to the podium, please, to collect Monet's medal for her? She is temporarily indisposed. She will be fine. Christy? No. Yeah, and the gold in squats with 265 kilos from the USA, Natalie Hansen. Fantastic work, ladies. Thank you. Everyone got their photos? Yeah. Okay, we now move to the bench press in bronze medal position. With 187.5 from the Netherlands, Ankie Timmers. Silver medal with 195 kilos from the USA, it's Natalie Hansen. A gold medal and a new world record at 212.5 kilos from Canada. It is Rhea Stin. Well done, ladies. Amazing stuff. Thank you. And now to the deadlifts. In bronze medal position with 232.5 kilos from the Netherlands, Ankie Timmers. Taking the silver medal with 240 kilos from Denmark, Jane Oberg. And deadlift gold and a new world record with 251 kilos goes to the Netherlands, Iris Kensenhuis. Well done, ladies. A stunning performance. Thank you, ladies. And we now move to presenting the medals for the overall and crowning the new world champion. In bronze medal position, with 650 kilos from the Netherlands, Ankie Timmers. Silver medal with 662.5 kilos from the USA, Natalie Hansen. And your new 84 kilo world champion with 685 kilos from Canada, Rhea Steen. What a competition. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Canada. Okay, ladies, can you follow Linda McPeters off the platform in a reasonably orderly fashion? Ladies and gentlemen, give them one further round of applause, the 84 kilo ladies. And our next session begins at 2 p.m. This is the Special Olympics, so we have a number of bodyweight categories. Special Olympics lifters start at 2 p.m. They will be followed at 5 p.m. by the 120 kilo men. So make sure you're back here in plenty of time for 2 p.m.